What is going on, guys? It's the Mad Dragon, it's a Monday, and of course that can mean only one thing. We're going to be checking out the world rankings to see what has shifted up due to those games on the weekend, and then afterwards we're going to be taking a look at the Superbru Predictor. Slightly better round for me, couldn't get much worse than what it did last week, to be honest. Last week was an awful round for me. A little bit better for me, but some people have done extremely well. Some of you guys are absolute monsters at getting your picks in, but we'll start out with the world rankings to kick us off then. South Africa still holding out that #1 spot, but my goodness, Ireland getting that win in just a ferocious game. Great to watch on the weekend. Down 1.75, Ireland taking that away from them. 93 versus 92, only a point in it between these two sides. I'm really annoyed. Anyone else really annoyed that we're not going to see like the best of three? Why do they do these 2-game tournaments? Like, do 3. I want somebody to have the outcome. We've had 2 great games from those fixtures so far. I can't wait to... I wish we got to have a third one, so we could just watch it again next week. New Zealand getting their win over England, taking another 0.25 away from them, so secure themselves in that third position. France having the loss against Argentina. Huge point drop for them on the 1.54. Obviously not the main starting France team, so, you know, it feels like harsh that they're still going to lose all those points, but you put out your youngsters up against, you know, a formidable Argentina team, it's still going to be, you know, big points loss on the rankings board, even if they lose. England down that 0.25 from the New Zealand loss, even though there was only, you know, slim margins again in terms of where that game was going. England did very, very well for this for that tour of New Zealand. Argentina taking that 1.54 from France, sees them really secure out 7th. Now, it's so weird now. We've got, you know, top 8 now is Italy, and they are on 79. It feels like anything outside the top 10 should be below the 80s. Now, 7th is the only one. 7th and upwards is the only way we're getting to the 80. Italy getting their win sees them gain 0.99, which is a decent little boost. They leapfrog over Australia, even though they got their win over Wales on 0.54. Wales dropping another 0.54 from their loss to Australia, sees them just fall even further in 11th now, down to 76.4. It's about a 1.5 difference now between them and Fiji. But Georgia are up into 12th as well now. Again, there's about another 1.5 till they get to 12th. So maybe Wales got a little bit of wiggle room, but they need Georgia to slow down, because I can see Georgia overtaking them if they're not careful. Georgia getting their win. First win in a decade on Japanese soil. Sees them gain 1.41. So they climb up to 12th. Japan losing that. Sees them swap places with them. They've gone from 12th down to 14th. Portugal climb up 0.33. Tonga dropping down that 0.99. What else we got going on? Romania dropped down 0.97 after their loss to Canada. Genuinely didn't see that one coming. Canada doing very well to take that game. Chile dropping down a place, even though they got a plus 0.27 as well, because Canada jumping up by that much. Namibia dropping down 0.33. Hong Kong, China climbing by 0.35 but not gaining any spaces. Belgium dropping down that 0.27. And then Paraguay dropping down 0.35, sees them go down to 39th. And I don't believe we've got a lot else to talk about further down the board. Everyone else still the same. So in terms of you know, the top 10, only real movers is Italy and Australia, but you know, they both got their wins. It's sort of this area is where we're looking at in terms of people shifting around and jumping about now. Portugal, you know, slowly climbing up that board. They're up to 15th now. Georgia with a good win, boosting up. Eddie Jones's Japan, though, might be one to watch out for. But that #1 spot, awfully tasty up in that top 2 at the minute, isn't it? What a great little set of games we've had for the Ireland South Africa matches. Round 3 then for the Superbru Predictor. I took a totally different view on it this week. No thought process. Gut feeling, pick a score and go. Because picking my actual thoughts seem to be making it worse. So starting out, Italy versus Tonga. Italy taking this one 36-14, took it by a good score. I put Italy by 7. I thought Italy would take this on comfortably. I'm not sure if I thought I put 17 and I put 7. I really felt like Italy would take that game. I don't know why I put 7, but hey, that's the joy of going for gut feeling rather than spending time thinking about it. So I got the win point for that one, but probably should have been more. I don't know why I went so low. I had a great confidence in Italy being able to take that one. Where you wanted to be then, down here, Christopher and Tate McDermott fan coming in. They're sharing your half bonus point. Both of you going for 22 and splitting that point. A few of you also getting that half bonus point for being within 5 as well. On to the second game, USA versus Scotland. Certainly thought Scotland would take this one by a good amount. I went a little bit too much for this one. I said Scotland by 48. given what we saw with, the USA lost to Romania and then Scotland demolishing Canada, I was like, oh, I see Scotland doing well again. I mean, 35 points is still good for Scotland. I obviously went a little bit too high there. I was right up there for those picks. I don't know if anyone went for the USA. We'll have a quick check though. Villa Farrell and Big Brain Kean splitting the difference on this one as well. 36 for you guys. No one actually went for 35, and you guys took the closest and split it between you. So congrats to the both of you. Did anyone pick USA? We'll have a quick look. No one went for USA. I really didn't have a lot of confidence in USA to take that one. Canada, Romania. Boom! Where did this come from? Genuinely, it was a massive loss to Scotland last week. Romania beat the USA. I thought Romania all day long. I even went high. I said Romania by 18. Canada taking this one by 13. A lot of people went for Romania. 70% or 79%, sorry, went for Romania. Canada then is where you wanted to go for. Tate McDermott, fan. We've already said the name already today. Gets a whole bonus point to yourself in game 2 for this one. Great pick by you. Canada on 11, only 2 points away as well. And only a handful of you guys even went for Canada. I honestly thought Romania were going to take this by a lot. I was, again, quite out there on extremities for points this week. You can tell I'm trying to grasp points back by going for big scores and hoping someone gets out there. Samoa versus Spain. Wow, 4 points in it. Again, another one. I thought Samoa all day long. I thought big scores coming in, as did some of you guys. 38 there from Christopher. We all thought they were going to do big. Anyone go low on the Samoa list? A couple of you guys did. Gobi going in there on Samoa by 3, taking the full bonus point. And Syntax Error and Brimdaddy, the only other guys to get, half a point from that game. Only 3 of us got a half a point from that game, even though I felt like there was a very clear favourite. We all thought Samoa were going to take that one. New Zealand, England, 7 points in this one. I said New Zealand by 6. I felt pretty good about that one. I actually got that one pretty close on. Again, England just turning up for these fixtures. I really thought New Zealand would slam this sort of tour, but England have kept them really under check. There have been some fun games to watch. Where did we want to be? Where's my 6? I must have been pretty close. Did anyone pick 7? A few of you guys got 7. 4 people splitting that bonus point. Brian, Forrest, Octal, Microbe, Big Brain Kid. Some of your guys' names are wild, but all of you guys splitting that between you. Anyone go for England? Pierre, Dave, and Thar11 thought maybe England would come in with the steal for this one, but at half time, you guys probably looking pretty good for that one. But New Zealand, always going to find that little extra gear that they just tend to. Australia, Wales. Australia took this one by 8. I said Australia by 11. I had even more confidence in Australia. Now after I saw that first game, I thought Australia were taking this all day long. I think I locked this in after I did the preview video. I was just like, yeah, this is happening. Australia winning this one. Lolosio still missing kicks. Again, I could be more. Wales getting over for 4 tries. That's nice to see. A lot of it was just by the driving more. So I'm really looking forward to see how Australia are going to develop for the Rugby Championship. I feel at the minute that obviously they're still a new team, they're still building. Unfortunately, going into the Rugby Championship with the likes of South Africa and Argentina, where the physical dominating teams like that, the only way it really felt like Wales were making that big ground was the pick and goes, and the driving more was just how the tries were getting over. And I felt like that was the weakest point for Australia. And I wonder how they're going to cope against South Africa and Argentina, and whether that might mean their score lines against those teams might not reflect actually where that Australia team could be at. But I hope that's something they do work on. I got pretty close then with the score. Who got it bang on then? Jamie and Temp Shoulders took this one. You guys sharing the 8 point split there, so half point for you guys. Anyone go for Wales? Gobi, Wheelurch, Yayan, and Geomore. You guys all went for Wales, but I didn't have a lot of confidence going into that game, to be honest. Japan, Georgia. Threw me completely. Haven't seen this one, haven't seen anything from this, but I heard that Japan got a red card early on in that game, so I'm sure that won't have helped them out. But Georgia's first win on Japanese soil in a decade. Big win for them. I went Japan by 13. Very wrong. 89% of people went for Japan. This was an underdog one, so if you went for Georgia, you're stealing big points here. Who went for Georgia? Oh, a few people went for Georgia, actually. That's surprising. Temp Shoulders, though, comes in with the 2 points, takes the full bonus point, all for yourself. So Temp Shoulders doing well this round. But wow, congratulations to you guys for picking Georgia. I had full confidence in Japan for this one, so very, very wrong by me. Namibia, Portugal. I thought Portugal maybe by a bit more. I liked how much they were playing. Looks like they scored well, but maybe conceded a few more points than I was expecting. I was expecting something around 35. I thought about 35-15 was like, oh, might be where it gets to. They've scored a few more. And out there. So, only by 15 in the end, but Portugal was the way to go. A few people going for Namibia. Both teams at the World Cup, but I expected Portugal to be quite an aggressive team in this one. Anyone get it bang on? Where are we looking here? Mystic Tom, showing those mystical powers, getting it bang on there on the 15. Well done to you, Tom. And moving on then, man, there's still more games to go. So many games to talk about. South Africa, Ireland. What a brutal game. How much did I enjoy this one as a neutral? 1 point in it. Ireland taking this one. While a bunch of injuries, and I thought missing key players. I said in the preview video, I just thought South Africa would just begin to monster that one. So many early injuries, though, for South Africa. It's one thing to have the 6-2 on the bench, but when you have to chuck half of the 6-2 on in the first half, it kind of loses its momentum. It's an interesting, sort of case study into how that works out for you guys. But man, what a great game that was to watch, just from both sides. Drop goal, Frawley. Oh, if you ever want an impact from the bench, that's the boy you want. My goodness, what an interesting comeback that was to seal out that game. A lot of people went for South Africa, as kind of expected this one. Ireland was the minority. There was odds-on favourites for South Africa, but you guys who did back Ireland, it was Christopher going in there with Ireland by 1, getting those bang-on points. We've already said, again, some of these names, again, you guys are just on it. Congratulations to you guys that also went for Ireland as well, taking that half bonus point. Oh, unfortunate for All Blacks forever. The only one to go for the correct team, but not actually take anything from that on the half bonus point. A few people also got half a bonus point for going for the Springboks as well. And then finally, Argentina versus France. And after seeing last week's game and going, this Argentina team should be dominating France and having good score lines, and France won, I was like, oh, well, I just expect Argentina to do the same thing again, and I went for France by 8. Argentina took it by 8, so this is a game I just can't call correctly at the minute. 85% went for France this week because I'm sure everyone saw those performances from France, expecting to do well. Have got their own issues going on in the back of house. We've been seeing all of the news coming out for it, but Argentina was the way to go. That 11 and Temp Shoulders going to be splitting the points difference for you guys. Both of you guys taking half a point bonus for going for Argentina by 7. No one got it exactly bang on. But yeah, a lot of people went for France. France letting us all down there. In terms of the round then, how did we get on? Tate McDermott fan, there's a name we've said a few times today, taking the clear win this week. 12.5 points, 8 matches called correctly. Great picks by you. Well done to Tate McDermott fan. Christopher 113, another name we've said a few times today. 11.5 joint with Temp Shoulders coming in there. You guys also getting those 8 win picks, that TDM separating you guys out. Syntax Error, All Blacks Forever, and Anya also getting your 8 win picks there with those bonus points, just separating you out. Mystic Tom coming in there, also got the picks. Big Brain Kian, I know, is always down in the comment section as well, 9.75. And Dave Wakefield, Brim Daddy, and Atai will seal out our top 10 there on 9.5. Dave's had a good tournament so far in this one as well. We'll have a bit of a scroll down so everyone else can see their names. I still don't think I've done particularly well. I got a few win points. Again, even though I get the win points, it's the match bonus points and stuff I don't really get a lot from. 7, hey, you know what? I'll take 7. 7's not too bad. As we drop down towards the 6s, the 5s, all the way down. A few people not getting their picks in this week. But taking a look at the leaderboard, what has shifted up? All Blacks Forever, a name that I feel like I only mentioned in the island. Only one to not get the island bonus point. Comes in top. What a leapfrog, climbing 6th places to get into first. Congratulations to you, All Blacks. What a big leap there. 22.5. Wicker dropping down to second place on 22, only half a point separating you guys out. Mark Dunphy climbs 1 up into third on 21.75. Atai comes in 6 places up into 4th on 21.5. David Wakefield, I said he was having a good tournament in this one. He's climbed 15 places up to 5th on 21 joint. With Stephen Thompson 4. Milan dropping down 2 places into 7th, but still staying in that top 10 on 20.5. Temp Shoulders, what a round for you, Temp Shoulders there. 20.5 climbs 31 places. That's the sort of jump I need in one of these rounds. And Annie there climbing 19th. Up into 9th place on 20. And then Richie Burney just about holding out in those top 10 after dropping down 4 places on 19.75. But you are joint with Jamie. I'll give an honourable mention for Jamie there because it's only the TDM separating you guys out. We'll have a bit of a scroll down, see if there's any big shifters. I think I should have climbed some places, but maybe not a lot. Lewis Young up 12. John Roy down 13. Brim Daddy up 16. Big Brain Keaton up 19. Another big jump there. We Lurch down 17. I feel like We Lurch had a couple of good picks this week. Villafowl up 1, even with a decent old round. A couple of people dropping down 10. Mystic Tom up 17. Scrolling down, I'm still not seeing my name. There's Connor Does Rugby. There's another YouTuber down 1. Bears Gamer, another YouTuber, up 3 into 37th. Oh, I've still not got anywhere near the top half yet, have I? I'm still scrolling down. Rudy down 30. Take McDermott fan climbs 10 on the golden cap this week. Up into 47th. Leapfrogs me. I'm on 48 on 12. Hang on, what did Tate McDermott fan score this round? Did he score like 12? 12.5. Tate McDermott fan has scored almost as many points in this round as I have altogether in 3 weeks. That's terrible. That's terrible for me. I suck at this predictor. Why am I so much better at the fantasy than the predictor? I don't understand that. I'm up 2. I'm up into 48th. I'm still aiming for, what is it, like 27th? Which is 18.5. I've closed that gap a bit. I've got to make up another 5 points in the final week. 14 places down for T. Davis, unfortunately. Joey Barton down 12 as well. Syntax Eric goes up 8. We've said that name a few times today. And then scrolling down to you guys down to 15. I feel like we've gained people somehow over the course of between last week and this week. Were we at like 55 people last week? We've gained a few people. Nice to see people joining in. And if you're doing as well as someone like Tim McDermott fan, you're going to beat me anyway, even if you join now. So not that much to lose. But congratulations to people who've just been getting massive picks, and Tim McDermott fan on taking the round. And All Blacks Forever for taking that top spot. 18 win points so far. That is, absolutely massive. And you can see, no one else is there on that 18. That is where you get your points from. But then also getting those match bonus points. I'm not doing very well at the match bonus points score, but 22.5 is a great score. Thank you to everyone who is joining in, guys. If you enjoyed this one today, remember to hit the old like button and subscribe to the channel, because of course we're going to be doing one more of these. There's some weird games coming up in the next round. Like, I'm not really sure who we're going to do like videos on this week, just because of just the general audience of who watches New Zealand. Fiji might be one I'll try and cover, but I haven't seen Fiji play because they've not been shown on television. Australia, Georgia, Tonga, Spain, South Africa, Portugal, Chile, Scotland, Uruguay, Argentina, Japan, Italy. A lot of these games feel like they have, without wanting to be mean, like a clear favourite and an underdog going into it. So I feel like we might have quite similar choices in picks next week. But hey, Georgia turned up to Japan. All it takes is a red card, and suddenly your picks go out the window if you were like me and go for Japan this week. So make sure you lock your picks in for next week, guys. We'll see who we manage to cover in videos next week. I genuinely don't know who I'll talk about in previews because I haven't been able to see every game, because that's unfortunately the thing with summer rugby. We don't get to see all of the games televised, which kind of sucks. But there we go, guys. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.